Good morning. There we go, sorry. So good morning. I'm going to ask my students to please stand because we're going to start with our Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm going to call up Anna Winan and Damian De La Cruz. Or Anna, I'm sorry. I don't believe I said that correct, sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our students may be seated. Thank you. So welcome to all our family and friends. This is going to be the third of my 6 graduations this week, since we were doing one for each class. Since I am retiring, it might have been nice to say that this was my 22nd graduation, but after this week we will have done the 6, so I will have a total of 27. And that just is interesting, and the word I'm using for this year is just unique. So this year has been very unique for all of us, and there are many new things that we had to encounter this year. To think that we closed in March of last year for 2 weeks at that time and did not bring students back until October, 7 months later, is inconceivable back then to think anything could ever occur to close schools for that long, and yet it did. COVID happened, and now when history books are written, the pandemic will be written about all of us and all of the stories that we now have about what the pandemic was like for us. It definitely has made us more resilient, more flexible, persistent, clearly exhausted, and sometimes just not surprised at anything anymore. We have truly all learned to roll with the punches this year. We had to learn to teach through computer, a preposterous idea, and our students had to learn through a computer. We had to post work on Google Classrooms, and then you all had to find the work and do it on the computer. We even learned how to teach with a headset on with students in school and some students at home, all the while asking the students at home to tune out any distractions and try to listen to the teacher with the headset on, and while you were unable to hear anything your classmates were saying in the classroom without you. When you think back on it all, it's a bit unbelievable, and yet we have done it all together. And we've come through on the other side of this year, maybe more appreciative of what we have in school, more appreciative of our classes and our classrooms, whether you're online or in person, and maybe a little more appreciative of what really matters in life, our families and our friends. School and learning and growth is very important, but we have learned without a doubt that we need the support of all parts of our life to achieve and become the best that we can be. For our 5th graders, I hope that you would say that this year that they have found joy in some of the simple things too. Our students were so happy to be back in school in October. Our classes were small and the students received a lot of one-on-one attention. Then we started to bring groups of students back together, and to see students so excited to see their friends and be in school for 4 days and eventually 5 days makes me realize that having our schedule and our routine and knowing what is expected each and every day made you appreciate getting to see your friends more. Having time in school together with friends and your teachers, and definitely, hopefully, you got to really experience some extra family time this year that might have been lost in the old days of you all rushing around from one commitment to the other. Our online students had the consistency and commitment of the same daily routine, and they knew their schedules really well. When I ate lunch remotely with students, both hybrid and at home, I got to see a lot of our students' homes. I met many family members, many pets and many siblings, and many caregivers. It also became a tradition to tell jokes at lunch with the principal with the remote-only students often, and I heard a ton of great jokes this year. You all have so many people in your lives that you can depend on to make your year successful. It's now time for us to look back and say, whew, we actually made it through. Running the school from my kitchen table was also absurd, and yet it worked, since my staff was all trying to find out how to teach through a computer together, and our family members were pitching in at home to help make all of this work. We could not have gotten through this year without all of your help and support. Let's give our families a round of applause for all of their help and effort. In the end, we did it, and we have a lot to be proud of. We were patient with each other, we did not quit, and that just proves what I've said all along. West is what, kids? Oh, that was really a little, come on, let's try that again. West is what? Thank you. You humor me well. So, the 5th graders and I are all leaving West Road, and I know that I will miss the spirit days. The darndest things that the kids say to me during the day, especially at lunch with the principal. I'll miss walking club, chess club, watching drill team, listening to our students' concerts, our One School, One Book program, and of course the people I get to work with every day. But I know that these students have so much to look forward to. You have great things waiting for you at LMS. You will have teams. There will be no more walking in lines. You will have your own lockers. You will have dances, intramurals, clubs, sports, and so much more. I try to find some advice each year to include in my speech, and this year the 5th graders made a slideshow with their own sayings and mottos. So I borrowed some of their thoughts because who's smarter than a 5th grader? Not me. So from this class I borrowed, believe in yourself and you're halfway there. You may face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. The harder we work, we can achieve many things and become successful. Not even a pandemic can stop us. And the last one, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. I pass a church in Salt Point on my way to work every day, and the latest sign says, setbacks pave the way for comebacks. Just think of what our comeback can be after this year. I am sure that we can reach great heights. Look at what we've achieved already. So congratulations to all of my 5th graders. A heartfelt thank you to all of your friends and families who have helped get our students here today. We couldn't have done it without everyone. Let's give our hardworking students a round of applause too. Thank you. So Dr. Bollner, our new principal at LaGrange Middle School, also couldn't be here for 6 ceremonies, so she did send her own words of welcome, so I'm going to read those now. We did get to meet Dr. Bollner last week, I believe. She visited all the classrooms, so I know she's very excited about meeting our students in September. So from Dr. Bollner, hello future LaGrange Middle School 6th graders. I want to thank you for allowing me a moment during your 5th grade moving up ceremony. Congratulations on the completion of your early school years. As you reflect on your time in elementary school and look forward to the new adventure of LaGrange Middle School, please know that I too will be reflecting and looking forward to becoming principal. I have a rich history with LaGrange Middle School, which opened in 1998 as a middle school. That year I began a 15-year career teaching earth science in 8th grade. I also was involved with several activities and know the importance of extracurricular activities in the middle school. I truly am excited to return as a principal after spending 8 years away. I know that you may have read books or seen movies that depict middle school years in a negative light. However, I am here to tell you that, now I've lost my space. I am here to tell you that is cinema fluff. Middle school is a time for growth with the freedom to accelerate in academics and find your passion in clubs, activities, or sports. As we begin this journey together, I will share these words of wisdom that I learned this year from a colleague. That may help you tackle many firsts for next year. Her words of advice are, it only takes 10 seconds of courage to make the first step. Let's make a commitment together to be courageous and make these new steps together and write our own history at LaGrange Middle School. I wish you a productive remainder of your school year and a summer filled with relaxing and happy memories with your family. Thank you again for allowing me the honor to be part of your 5th grade moving up ceremony. Congratulations, you did it, Dr. Bollner. So we now are going to have our 5th graders for the last time stand, and you're going to face your families. And we're going to play the song that we've recorded Hall of Fame with all of our 5th graders, but these 5th graders are going to sing for their families for the very last time as a 5th grade group. Mrs. Canariato is getting music. Face that one. You can do it. Loud and proud, guys. Face your families.
teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers, be citizens, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Sing the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. You are the right name. The world's gonna know your name. You will run the world as a whole. You're gonna be the greatest. You can be the best. You can begin on the best. You can be the world. You can be the world. Take your mind, go bang on the door. Put your hands up. You can rock. You can move the mountain. You can go across. You can move the mountain. Go up. Put yourself and you can find yourself. Sing the Hall of Fame.
We're going to have our students stay standing. We're going to start with our certificates, so please remain standing, and Mrs. Franciane and Mrs. Canner will be reading your memories and your names.
Alana Bishop, and her favorite memory of 5th grade was meeting new people.
Rowan Cannon, and her favorite memory of 5th grade was racing her friends during recess.
Damien Dela Cruz, and his favorite memory was the science experiment when we got to see how big the beads grew after 2 days in water.
Sean Delaney, his favorite 5th grade memory is working hard to get to the next reading level.
Nicole Duffy, her favorite memory was finally getting to go back to school for 5 days and seeing her friends.
Arissa Edwards, her favorite 5th grade memory is racing her friends on the field during recess.
Juliet Hand, her favorite memory was playing new intense songs in orchestra like Song for Maria.
Ryan Harris, his favorite 5th grade memory is learning about matter during a science lab.
Khalil Johnson, his favorite memory was playing soccer outside during gym class.
Patrick Jordan, his favorite 5th grade memory is playing soccer with his classmates during gym class.
Allie McKay, her favorite memory was racing Miss V on the track.
Kylie Martin, her favorite 5th grade memory is painting and drawing animals in art.
Anthony Morris, his favorite memory was his teachers encouraging him to trust himself to complete his morning work on his own.
Carly Shada, her favorite 5th grade memory is learning about the Oregon Trail.
Alejandro Chua Cruz, his favorite memory was learning about the Continental Railroad during westward expansion.
Bridget Tucker, her favorite 5th grade memory is singing with her friends at music.
Chase Tully, his favorite memory was playing his trumpet in band.
Nadine Vega, her favorite 5th grade memory is when we used the Insta Snow because it was fluffy, but it wasn't cold like regular snow.
Anna Wyman, her favorite memory was helpful friends and teachers.
All right, our 5th graders may be seated. So just have a few thank yous, and then we will be dismissing our students shortly. So congratulations to all of our 5th grade students. You made it. You've graduated 5th grade just about. So I first would like to thank your fifth grade teachers, the teaching assistants, of course, all the teachers in third and fourth grade, your special area teachers for helping you throughout the last 3 years. Mrs. Curdziel and Ms. Rock came in early to set up our AV equipment, and Mr. Murphy let us borrow his additional AV equipment, so we thank them. Our music teachers, Mrs. Enright helped you with your song, the Hall of Fame, taping that and preparing you. Mrs. Hughes and Ms. Regan helped prepare our students for a quick interlude at the beginning of our ceremony this morning. Thank you to Mr. Pasquarelli, who's a little bit in the shade there. He's taping our program for us. This will be later uploaded onto the Arlington Central School District YouTube channel, so we appreciate him coming out from our IT department. A special thank you to the custodians, Mrs. Vale and Mr. Straley, and also my assistant principal who came in early. We were here about 6:30 today trying to get this all set up. Our lovely and dedicated grounds and maintenance crew, they were also here early, and they've helped trim our grass and trim our trees, and just this has become a labor of love to be able to be on our front lawn each and every year. So we really thank Scott Marr-Sennison and his whole crew of having us have such a great setting for our graduation. Of course, our secretaries who've been here to help you guys through every question and bus pass and lost items over the last 3 years. Our PTA, they're just so generous. So our PTAs will be giving each of our students a cinch sack. It says Arlington on it. We've learned don't write West Road because when you get to LMS, nobody wants to use something that says West Road, so it's Arlington. So we have the burgundy and gold colors. There's also a gift certificate in there for Stewart's because we couldn't do our regular ice cream social this year, and a pen for yearbooks. And then of course our fifth graders always get a gift of a yearbook each year from our PTA. So they're just so generous for our students. So we have to thank our PTA. Of course, we need to thank the parents and families. I can't say it enough. We could not have we just lost a balloon. We could not have gotten through this year, and especially the last few years, without all of your help. And lastly, our fifth grade students for their hard work and effort. You guys did a great job. So it is now my distinct honor for the first time to introduce the graduating class of 2028. Let's give you guys a nice round of applause. Agreed. We will now, I don't know how to do this, I don't know if it's my right or left. We will be dismissing the students to the side lawn. We will be having students picked up there, signed out by their teachers. We would like to start our pomp and circumstance again. We'll ask our fifth grade students to please stand and wait for your teacher to be dismissed. And thank you all the families for coming out. I know this was a short ceremony, but we appreciate you attending this morning. Thank you so much.